Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
Up for those cheerleaders down there.
So we are ready here for the start of the second game of the day for that. At least I'm streaming anyway. And this is the clash of the two undefeateds as Lakers will get the ball at the 50-yard line.
They will take over at the 50-yard line. First down, Lakers.
Both these teams are undefeated, looking for that top spot going in the playoffs and being there. Last year in basketball, that is a key seed to get because it takes away a lot of the pressure of your next game. Sometimes it actually results in a bye, which it did with me. And we're going to have a sweep to the left. We got a flag thrown, and this may be coming back. We're going to have...
Number 28 with a run and number 7 with a hit. However, there is a flag.
I'm surprised you don't have a flag on the other end of that, but we have a holding either way. For some reason, I guess my camera battery actually worked. I did not realize my camera battery works on here.
We will replay first down. It'll be 1st and 20.
So, big loss for the Lakers instead of a big gain, and that'll bring up 1st and 20 now after the hold. So once again, we have some attendance issues here that will prevent fans, so feel free to tune in and watch and everything else. Lakers set up. Look for another. We're going to do a sweep to the right. This time it's bobbled, and that will result in a
recovered by the Lakers.
2nd and 25 now, so
we will bring up 2nd and 25.
Long way to go for the Lakers to get out of this hole.
They will have to travel to Lebanon for this first down.
As the announcer put it, 2nd and Lebanon over there apparently. So I'd say we're going to have another sweep here. Close. It's going to go similar offense. And
a good run by 28.
Good defense also by the Predators on the play.
Great tackle by number 2 for the Bears.
So that brings up a 3rd and 19. So Bears coming out with the defense here. Switch of teams. This is the undefeated Bears.
It's 3rd down, football fans. Let's make some noise.
And a little bit of movement before. Quarterback.
Pass complete by the quarterback.
Good catch for the contact after that. And that's still going to bring up a 4th and a long way to go. So it's going to be 16 yards to get this down.
It's a big fourth down. Let's make some noise.
So Lakers come back out. Deep throw by the quarterback and incomplete pass as beautiful throw. The defense was right there.
Turnover on down.
So that will give the ball to the Bears, and good pass by the Laker quarterback, though.
Bears will take over on the 44-yard line.
So Bears line up. Most likely a run. There's not a lot of passing options out of this, and they're going to pick up
3-yard gain up the middle.
2nd and 8 out of that, so short gain.
It will be 2nd and 8.
One of those Lakers has some extra yellow shoes. So we're looking at we could have a sweep here, but probably a handoff. Well, it was going to be a sweep to the right. It still is. Lakers can't get that, and the Bears have a flag thrown.
And he's gone. Touchdown.
So
Bears. However, there is some
we have the Bears in the end zone after he broke several tackles, but we have a flag in the back. This may be an illegal block in the back.
It is going to be a face mask on the Lakers. Penalty is applied. That touchdown will stand. What a great run by number 2. Even better feet staying in bounds.
So the penalty will be against the Lakers, face mask, and that will give the Lakers a chance to add to this 6-0 lead now. Or give the Bears a chance. And inside run. I don't believe he made it.
Stops for the extra point.
He hit a wall of Lakers, and with 2:56 to go, we'll be back after this PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
All those in attendance,
We are coming back here as
not able to make the game due to our 2 ticket.
the Bears will kick off the
Alan Hilliard's live broadcast on WYF.
and Lakers will down it back at the 30, so 2:50, and the clock will continue to run here.
The Lakers will take over on the 29-yard line with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
So first quarter working its way down as we are about able to work its way through. 2 minutes left. Lakers set up for a running formation and offside, so
Offside on the Bears, which will move the Lakers up 5
first and 5 now. So this is a big matchup to determine who the number 1 seed is in the WYF. Depending on what happens, I believe the plan is to stream the championship games when they happen. And we're going to have a flag down, couple flags down in the back.
Will pick up the first down, however, there are 2 flags.
Okay, we have a 3rd flag down now, so someone's emptying the laundry basket.
You have helmet on the Lakers.
So Lakers get a targeting penalty, or helmet to helmet, same difference. Is that the only... So that's the only penalty on the play. At least... Now I know at some levels that could be considered an ejection from the game. I'm not sure what the rules are here. But that's a 15-yard loss, so it's going to be first and... I don't know wherever they're at. 16, I guess. It's a good number. So I know in college and I think even high school that is considered a disqualification penalty.
Correction, and that helmet to helmet is a 10-yard.
Looks like all the laundry has been washed up and Lakers are ready to go. So Lakers line up, fullback and halfback in the backfield. And Bears are right there, so we're going to have a gain of maybe 2, but Lakers are stopped with a 2nd and 14 now as good defense and good way to read the play. And my clock says 0. It is not 0. There is like a minute to go. Just ignore my clock once in a while. It doesn't always cooperate. So we're going to have a sweep to the right. He's going to have plenty of running room if he can go north to south here, or I guess here's east to west, but that's going to be continue to run the clock, though, as he is not able to get the first.
$31.
But it's going to be close. We still have timeouts. Neither team is... So it is a first down. So they may just let this run out and... Well, it looks like it's going to run out. I don't think the coaches were paying attention to the clock, and that is the end of the quarter. We'll be back after this 1-minute PSA.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I wasn't sure if I could do it. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it.
Thank you, Ms. Araceli. I know you make a difference in people's lives because of the person and teacher you are. I wanted to be here because I wanted to thank you for helping me get a beautiful gift.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
he eject someone because he just laid a guy out with his shoulder, and they said it was rough right now.
But now, I don't think NFL, I don't know about college, but I want to say from college too, that they have you get two of them.
So we are coming back as the Lakers deep in the hole here, but they had first down. They're going to pick up and make this 2nd and 6.
Nice little wing over the middle. This is one to 2nd and 5.
Lakers with the sweep to the left. Bears get by the Laker defense, though, and he will be stopped as he is drug out of bounds. The ball was down on contact, so that will bring up 3rd and about 3.
It'll be 3rd and 2. Let's make some noise.
Oh, 3rd and 2.
Let's make some noise. Nice stop for the Bears. This will bring up 4th down.
And so 4th and short now
4th
for
and 2.
Lakers as the Bears are holding the defense.
Let these boys hear you.
6.5 minutes in the first half. And deep pass, intercepted by the Bears. The Bears are gone and still on his feet, and he will make it back to the 25-yard line.
However, there is a flag on the field. Another flag gets thrown on the field.
So we got some extra laundry as we had a Laker that was also down on the play, but this may be coming back for against the Bears. Not sure. Good sportsmanship just off the camera there. And both teams being checked out. So we're going to take a 30-second break, and here's a PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend?
It's complicated. I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
So it looks like that is a personal foul on the defense, so that return will be taken back. And the Lakers will, I believe, get the first down. So the interception did not happen, and the Lakers they should get first down here.
That interception will be taken off the board. Lakers will keep the ball.
Lakers will get the first down. So I don't know if that was the quarterback with the hit or if that was after, because the flag was thrown late. We're still having a discussion on the field with the Lakers there, but it looks like They're going to get a big gain of yardage, so they will get 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. So game clock is 5:49. We are back ready to go here. Lakers with the handoff. He's going to run to the right side, and he'll pick up a couple, so 2nd and 8. And we have a timeout, so we're going to take a 30-second break here, and we'll be back.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool.
And we are back after the officials' timeout, so I'm trying to figure out how to open a window here, so if I have instructions on how to open windows, let me know. Lakers are gone, and Lakers couple to beat. The ball's loose, though. The Predator, or the Bears, will get the ball, so Bears with the turnover, and the Bears with a great defensive stop on that. So they're going to get the ball near their goal line, but it's going to be good possession there.
Bears will take over in their own 8-yard line with 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That window does not want to open. We'll just have to work on that later, I guess. So the Bears line up. I'd say run right down the middle. And Bears will start off a little rough on that as they get a false start to begin. And the sun's starting to come out now, so it's going to be a warm and balmy, it could be a warm and balmy 42 degrees for you outside if you're going out. So after the false start, it's 1st and 15 from their own 5-yard line. Tight ball game. It is. The clock is running again here as Bears were already down on that. So that will give them a 2nd and medium range, probably about 2nd and 6.
That'll be about 2nd and 6 for the Bears.
So we'll say 2nd and medium rare on that one. Another handoff. This is a reverse sweep to the left. Bears get the first, and they're going to pick up some more yardage here as inadvertent tackle by the Bears on their own player, but they're able to push him a little bit more and get through the defense. So 1st and 10. Quarterback throw, that's caught, and that's going to be a gain of 20 yards on the play. It's a beautiful catch by the Bears, so it's going to continue the first down procession here as clock, there we go, I thought it stopped running for a second. It continues to run. And close to another first down. That is probably going to be a first. It should be a first. The actual marker is physically in front of the pole. It is a first down. I have seen worse. I have seen first downs that were past the pole and still not called first down before. So we're going to have we're going to have a handoff to the right. Bears with the counter, and Bears get within the 15-yard line.
There is a timeout for the Bears.
So timeout, and we'll be back after this 30-second PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend?
It's complicated. I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Please get Coach Hernandez to the booth. Coach Hernandez to the booth.
And coming out of that timeout, we have 42 seconds left in this first half, and Bears in striking range of scoring again. Sun was peeking out. Sun's gone away again, so we will.
Let's hear it, football fan. Let's hear it, cheerleaders.
And nearly caught for a touchdown on that.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
So 36 seconds in the half. Looks like we have probably going to be, this might be a pass again. It's going to be a run, counter to the opposite side, and it's going to be a 1st and goal, though. It should be a 1st and goal unless they, once again, the marker is...
Another timeout by the Bears. For what looks like should be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the actual marker's in front of the sticks again, so we will be back after this PSA.
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So 28 seconds left in the first half. The Bears are first and goal within scoring range, 6 yards out. So all the Bears need is a 6-yard putt in order to continue this. And the Bears will go in off that, so the sweep was good, and the Bears now lead by 12 points. Chance for extra point here, not extra possession.
Bears will be going 4-2.
So 22 seconds left in the first half, and the Bears are I believe they're lined up to run. We may have a sweep again. That's a popular option nowadays, it looks like. Sweep and then the reverse counter. Great job for the Bears. We're going to have
timeout on the field.
Timeout in favor of the Bears. We will be back after this PSA.
That should be their last timeout.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I wasn't sure if I could do it. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it.
Thank you, Miss Araceli. I know you make a difference in people's lives because of the person and teacher you are. I wanted to be here because I wanted to thank you for helping me get a beautiful gift.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Fans.
And we are back in for the extra. Looks like we're going for the 2-point. Looks like we're going to kick the ball here. So Bears line up for the kick. It is up and it sails through. And
it is good.
Good catch by the official on the other side. And 14-0 lead in favor of the Bears as 22 seconds remain.
One thing I love seeing,
and we're going to be back after this short PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we are coming back out of this as the Bears will kick off.
Bears to kick it off at the 40.
So the kick is up, goes back. Lakers can't get a hold of it. And Lakers will pick up the ball at the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line with 18 seconds remaining.
So 18 seconds in this first half. The Lakers really need a score to hang in this ball game. Lakers, I'd say they have the arm for a throw here. I'd be looking out, keeping a safety deep. They have a safety back about the 45-yard line. Other option you want to look out for is the counter, possibly the reverse on that, and that may catch them off guard, shift all the defense to one side. Now we do got two receivers on the right, which is the first time that formation's been used. We have the sweep in the back, and Lakers are going to get the first.
He is dragged out of bounds. There's a flag.
8 seconds on the clock.
He picked up the first down before going out.
So we have a first down. We have flag against the Bears. So either way, we're going to have a first down plus possibly extra yardage here. And they're going to give them extra yardage, so they're going to get the ball. They're going to get a lot of extra yardage on this, so they're going to make it up near midfield to start their last 8 seconds left.
With a first down and more. Timeout by the Lakers.
So we will take a break, and we'll be back after this PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend?
It's complicated. I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
So Lakers with 8 seconds and time for one, maybe two plays. And we're going to have another timeout, so we'll be back again after this PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Lose control.
So 1st and 10 with 54 yards to the touchdown. Lakers have one timeout to go. 8 seconds on the clock. And that will... Well, we're going to stop the clock with 2 seconds. We'll be back.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend?
It's complicated. I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
Inside the club or in your fancy, get messy. Loud as it, your mind has gone on another head trip. So, come to now, do not correct it. Let's get payment, let's get hectic. Everybody.
So 2nd and 18, Lakers. Final play as that will bring us into halftime, and the Bears lead 14-0, and we will be back in about 8 minutes or so for the second half.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
Germantown. Mavericks.
Mary Run.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends is great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics is totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies or with other people, and it's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion.
Friendships.
Pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
So second half here, the Bears will be receiving the ball as the Lakers will give it a nice little shove to help the Bears get it. I'm sure they want a rather 20-yard one instead of a 10-yard one, but their option. And kickoff is up. And they go for the deeper option as good block by the Bears and good run. So
the Bears will take over at the
46-yard line. We have a 1st and 10 for the Bears. So the Bears are doing a great job right now, as my microphone is way too loud. There we go. And the Bears come out. I believe we have a most likely a handoff. It's going to be a counter to the left, but the Lakers are waiting for it, and we're going to have a no gain as
there is no gain.
2nd and 10 now, and a minute has already run off this quarter.
That will be forward progress to make it.
Oh, they're going to give him a yard on the play.
Yard gain, so it will be 2nd and 9.
So 1 yard on the gain right there. Bears still lead 14-0 in this battle of the undefeateds. I'd say Battle of the Titans, but if you watch that movie, the Titans did not necessarily win it all in real life, so can't compare them to that.
That is a carry up the middle.
And they're going to pick up a few yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Which will make it 3rd and 3 for the Bears.
This field has been home to many matchups. First one going back to 59 or 60, I believe. I think it was 59 when Waynesville faced Rolla for the first ever football game out here in this field. Back when the old good grass days, before that building was even there, there was a little creek in the background. Creek's still there. It's just a much bigger creek now. I don't even know if there was a track back in those days.
By number 11 for the Lakers.
So that will bring up a 4th down as no gain on the play. These two Waynesville Tigers and Camden Lakers
will make it 4th and 3.
Always have tough matchups.
Let's go, football fans. Let's make some noise.
And 5 minutes remain now as Lakers got a safety deep.
Let's go, cheerleaders. Let's make some noise.
3 back in the midfield for defense, and I'd probably say another sweep or maybe another counter in the back to the opposite end. And going to the left this time, but the Lakers were able to see that. And the Lakers will take this ball over, so 1st and 10 for the Lakers.
Lakers will take over.
Once again, we have a running clock style.
That's a 48-yard line
here. Get some other teams warming up on the side over there. I'm not sure. I have to see data and how everything is working here, depending on what I do next, game-wise. As this game is determining the number 1 seed in the 5th and 6th grade division. So handoff for the Lakers. The Bears will limit them to just 1 yard, so 2nd and 9.
He is brought down by number 52 for a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
So both these teams doing a good job here. And the Bears really just kind of in the lead of this low-scoring contest. The Lakers haven't, the running game isn't near as effective as the younger team in the game before this. Bears able to keep that defense spread out and prevent major gains. And that's going to give the Lakers
get
5 yards. So
on the Bears,
it's going to make it 2nd and 4 now instead of 2nd and 9. So Lakers
that's 5-yard
get a break on that.
Make it 2nd and 4.
That stopped the clock when that happened. And Lakers line up possibly for a counter to the right, but we're going to get a maybe quarterback keeper. They're going to lose a few yards on that. We're going to have some laundry,
There was
though.
a loss on that run.
So,
a personal foul, horse collar by the defense.
So that will give them a 1st down if that is the personal foul called out there. So illegal tackle and 1st and 10 for the Lakers now after the 15-yard penalty.
That is a 15-yard penalty, which will give the Lakers a 1st down.
And both these teams, doing a great job here. And my clock's off about 30 seconds, so I will correct that in just a little bit here. Lakers line up in the same formation, though, probably down the gut. Instead, he sees a couple Bears, so he will take a sweeping run. Bears will stop him out of bounds, so no gain on that, all vertical or all horizontal. Well, he may have got a yard off that, but not anything to write home about.
A 1-yard gain by number 28.
So 2nd and 9. And I got to update the clock here. So 1:20 remains in this half, or this third quarter anyway. So inside handoff. Bears are a big run on that as he's able to break free.
A run up the middle. He is brought down by a host of Bears.
He's able to gain a good chunk of yardage and make it 3rd and 3.
Up to.
So short yardage now for the Bears. The clock continues to run, though. I don't. Surprised no timeout has been called. But this will just end the quarter if it runs out, so no real big loss here. I would kind of want an extra play, though.
Fans, make some noise.
I try to want to get an extra play out of here. Then you get kind of a free play, but another big fullback run, and we got a flag coming out of that, though.
Holding by the offense.
So that's going to be the other direction, and 13 seconds on the clock. Once we start, I believe the clock will continue to run here.
The penalty is accepted. We'll replay third down.
3rd and 13 now instead of...
It'll be 3rd and 14.
14. And I'm going to have to do some change
that
of
is
focus
quarter
here.
With the Bears leading 14. Camdenton 0.
With that, the quarter will run out, and we'll be back after this PSA, and see you then.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
So we are coming back, and both these teams most likely will face each other, highly likely, in the championship.
As we go into the fourth quarter, both of these
have a
teams
good
are fighting
game
for that number 1 seed in the 5th and 6th grade playoff.
So the Lakers are lining up.
Both undefeated at the moment.
Well, it looks like we might have a couple receivers here. I'm not sure. It's going to be a handoff. The Bears break through, but he does not get up to the yard marker, to the 10-yard line. So
it'll be about 4th and 11.
that'll bring up a 4th down and long way to go.
Correction, 4th and 12.
It's like that voice inside your head that keeps changing your numbers. It's like everyone can hear that voice. So 7 minutes now in this ball game as clock continues to run down. It is not over. Score by the Lakers, and
Let's go,
back in
football
this.
fans. Let's make some noise.
Stopped by the defense, though, and another score, and this game will essentially be over. So it is really in the Bears' court right now. And we're going to go to the right, which the Bears also expected that, as he will not get the first down. So turnover on downs, and
that will be turnover on downs.
Bears will get the ball 1st and 10 from, looks like just inside of the 30-yard line, closer to their own
Bears
goal.
will take over on the 27 with 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining.
So both these teams now really, this is where it counts. You want to run the clock out as much as you can. You don't need a score here. If the Bears have the lead, they can run this down and essentially, just run the timeout. If you do score here, you want to make sure you have good defense, which so far they've proven, but things can change. And inside handoff was easily spotted by the Lakers, so
he is brought down.
No gain, but the clock continues to tick away as strategy is
at the line of scrimmage.
Run that clock down.
2nd and 10.
You can run down, 30, 40 seconds every time when you do this. And we have a flag for delay of game, so
delay of game by the Bears, which will move them back 5 yards. Be
going to also stop the clock, which they did not want to do at this point in the ball game, but they don't have a need for that. Actually, they probably could have. We're going to have another flag, though.
Be illegal motion by the Bears.
And that's going to be against the Bears again.
2nd and 20.
So the Bears now going the wrong way as they have lost 10 yards in 2 plays and haven't had a snap yet. And another flag on the play.
There's another flag by the Bears, which will move them back another 5 yards.
So 15 yards backwards now, and the Bears have a long way to go. Handoff to the right. The Bears are going to replace those yards, though, as first down. He knocked the defender out of the way, and the Bears are going to get the touchdown.
The 20, the 10, touchdown Bears.
So that is a 85-yard touchdown for the Bears. That is an incredible run by the Bears on that. No flags, and very good run. That will give them a 3-score lead as everyone moves their way down there, and call is confirmed. So that will...
The Bears are lining up for an extra point.
The Bears may have wanted to probably not use as much clock. It is thrown over.
And that is no good.
And the pass was no good, so it remains 20-0. And we'll be back after this 30-second PSA.
you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
So we are coming back, and the cheerleaders are cheering the crowd up here. Just a reminder, we have two parent limit per player for tickets. So if anyone is
give it up to those cheerleaders.
Not here and can't make it, tune them into this game afterwards, and it will be online for them. I do not know. I will have to see what's going on with my stuff for the next game, whether I will do that or not. And if I do, it will continue to be on here. I have yet to sort that out, but the way it's looking, the Bears are probably really short squib kick directly into the Lakers. As it looked like his foot hit the ground a little bit there before the kick, and that's going to bring up a penalty. Did not go 10 yards. And that may result in a re-kick, or I think the Lakers can accept it.
You guys need to go down there. You need to put your stuff on. Go.
So 3:55 still in the ball game. Officials discussing what to do here.
I do believe, since that was recovered by Camden, Sam, that is not an illegal kick. That flag will be waved off. Camden will take over at the 49.
So Camden gets the ball at the just on the other side of the 50-yard line at the 49 of the Bears. And we have
an official timeout.
Timeout here as the Lakers, nothing has changed.
Coming up next, we have the Little Broncos.
Lakers line up in the
Outlaws.
And that is going to result in a first down.
For the Lakers to pick up a first down.
So one more extra point and score for the Bears. This will be a running clock no matter what, and will pretty much run the game out if that happens. But the Bears right now don't have to really do a lot. They can stop the Lakers, and if they use a minute and a half, this game is essentially over. The Lakers hard to take down, but they're going to be
with a nice game.
Second and about one.
Looks like.
So second and one.
Of the first down, which will make it 2nd and 1.
And the clock continues to tick down. Their game clock is still ahead of mine. I don't know. So we have 2 minutes left in the ball game here.
2-minute warning.
And another running formation here, but we have a couple receivers. This is a handoff to the big fullback there. We have a flag. This may be a face mask. Unless we had a hold on there. I didn't see a hold. I did see the defense that might have got a little bit too much handful of helmet, but
We have a block in the back by the Lakers.
So that will be block in the back, and that will result in the play moving backwards, I believe. Still waiting on an official decision here. So both these teams are
That penalty is accepted.
moving them back. It's going to move them back to second and 10.
Second and 10.
Oh.
He rolls out.
An interception by the Bears. And that will probably end this ball game as he is still on his feet.
And he is ran out.
And he will be brought down with 1:21 to go, but the Bears can run this out as they have the momentum here. There's still timeouts, but this will be tough. We do have a flag now on the back.
He's on the defense, so I think that takes away the turnover.
So second time tonight, the Bears will lose the fumble or interception. Unless it happened as a block afterwards.
Correction, the turnover stands. Just moves the Bears back a little.
So looks like the Bears will still have the ball and have a lot more yardage here to run this out. They got room to dance a little bit downfield and run the clock as much as they can out now. You're probably not going to see no more passes in this ball game, at least not from the Bears.
And that is a run up the middle.
And we have a timeout called on the field, so we will be back after this PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And we are back as the Bears look to run this game out and pick up a 20-0 victory in a very hard-fought game by both teams. The Bears' defense has been my selection for player of the game here. So if your kid is on the defense, just call him the player of the game. And we're going to have...
They say that the runner was down before the fumble.
A fumble, but that will put us under a minute, and the Bears
so if the
were already down.
True, the Bears will come out of today's game as the number 1 seed. The Lakers the number 2 seed. The Grizzlies at number 3. The Cowboys at number 4, and the Black Knights at number 5.
Handoff, good block, and
he is run out at the 40 with 19 seconds left.
Stop the clock with first down, and that will run this out. One more play, and this ball game is over.
So for the 5th and 6th grade division, next week the Black Knights and Cowboys will host a wild card game, which that 4th seed winner will suit up against your Waynesville Bears. Oh, and he is brought down for a loss.
And that will run the clock
Which
out.
also means that the Lakers will host the Grizzlies.
And that will not be a final. We're going to have a timeout on the
There's
field.
a timeout by the Lakers.
We'll be back after this PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we are back with, I believe, 8 seconds left on the game clock here as Lakers coming out of a timeout. Pass by the Bears, and the Bears will end this on a touchdown.
By the Bears.
So the Bears will add an exclamation point to this. So with that, the final is 26-0.
And that would be the ball game
And
with a score 26-0.
Watching the game, and if we are still rolling, we will be back. If not, I will see
Again,
what
for the
the
5th
plan
and
is.
6th
Have
grade
a great
division,
night.
the
We will
Cowboys
see
and
you
Black
later.
Knights will host a wild card game. Winner of that will face the Bears.
From the moment we met, it felt like we fit.
Thank you for showing me what unconditional love looks like.
We are better when we are together. My life feels complete with you in it. Oh.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Thank you.